Hi, my name is Randy Hain, and I'm the president of Servium Partners. And today on Coach's Corner, we're going to talk about the idea of removing dead trees from our lives. I remember vividly a time last year, I think it was around September, that we had 3 dead and dying trees removed from our property near our home. One of them in particular was a magnificent ash tree that had 3 separate trunks, and it was over 150 feet tall. And every time we had a storm or the wind would blow, we would always be nervous about, is this the day that the tree is going to fall on our house? So when the trees were diagnosed, again, some were dead and this one was dying, we decided to have them removed. And as soon as the trees were taken off our property and everything was landscaped nicely and we had new trees put in, smaller ones obviously, we felt an immediate sense of relief. Our anxiety was gone. It was just a wonderful, cathartic experience. Again, when those trees were gone, we felt fantastic. And it dawned on me the other day that in a sense, removing those dead trees is actually a bit of a metaphor for moving on past the challenges of the last year to a much better place. With the pandemic, civil unrest, economic upheaval, and political unrest, many of us feel stressed, anxious, burned out, and fearful of what the future may hold. These feelings are natural, and we absolutely should not feel bad if we have them. But I also suspect that we're all ready to move on and really begin to live with more hope. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to share 6 ideas for embracing a more hopeful way of living that perhaps will bring us greater joy and peace of mind. So if we continue with the dead tree metaphor that I've been going with, I believe that both removing and replacing are necessary. So this is the first of the 6 ideas. Replace angst and fear of COVID by embracing a more hopeful post-pandemic future. We have the vaccines. There are better treatments available. But we have to believe that we can live and be safe. So let's replace that angst and fear with a more hopeful future, hopeful way of seeing the future. The second idea is to remove toxic influences in our lives. And I'll start with social media. Not all social media is bad, but there is certainly enough out there that will blacken our mood, that will bring us down, that will quite frankly depress us. So if that is happening to you, I would mitigate it or turn it off. And identify any other toxic influences that are, causing disruption in your life that you could do without. The third idea is to replace isolation and loneliness with reaching out regularly to friends, family, and neighbors. Take socially distanced walks with people. Get meals on restaurant patios. Drive somewhere beautiful and just soak it in. But the idea here is that we can't let our homes become a prison. We have to get out. The fourth idea is remove the excuses that we often make about our health. We need to focus on self-care. So let's exercise, eat better. Let's invest in ourselves. The fifth idea is to replace worry about the future by doing something to make a positive difference in the lives of other people. Let's show acts of kindness. Let's help those who are struggling. Let's donate time, talent, and treasure. I love this quote from Mother Teresa. I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the water to create many ripples. The sixth and final idea is to remove over-reliance on our own strengths and abilities. Trust in God. Make time for prayer. There is no true peace or joy outside of God. So I just want to take you through just a quick sort of overview of where we've come with this conversation. I removed 3 dead and dying trees from my yard last year and felt less anxiety, less stress, and I had an immediate sense of relief. I try very hard to practice the 6 ideas that I just shared with you, and by doing so, I never fail to feel stronger, less stressed, and more hopeful. So perhaps what I shared with you will prompt you to remove and replace the dead trees in your life. I sincerely hope so.